Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Can You Reach the Summit? We are in our South Dakota State week where we're taking a look at each of our schools as part of our Explore the Summit series this fall. This is the game show that we've been doing with some of our student athletes to get to know them a little bit better. We're excited to have our contestant today, Anna Donnay. Anna, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I'm a fourth year here at SDSU on the cross country and track team. I grew up in a small town in central Minnesota, and I grew up on an organic dairy farm. I'm majoring in dairy production and dairy manufacturing.
Nice, good stuff. So just tell us a little bit about how you got from that small town in Minnesota to Brookings.
I'm passionate about dairy. So they had dairy science here at SDSU, and my oldest sister ran for SDSU too, so it kind of was a 2-for-1 deal. So that's how I got out here, and I had some friends and family that came out here, so it's just kind of meant to be. So I'm very glad I came out here.
Good stuff. Good deal there. All right. Well, we're here for a game show. We're here to test some of your knowledge and see if we can stump you along the way a little bit. But so you're tag teaming with a male student athlete from SDSU. Tyler Olmstead from the baseball team has already gone through this. He got 800 points, so he's got you guys off to a good start trying to reach the summit. I think the top team we have right now is North Dakota State, and they got 1,700 points. So let's see how you guys combine to do for that. But we'll jump right into the questions. We got campus questions, we got a pop culture question, U.S. geography, and then some Summer League history, some questions about yourself, and then some about the SDSU program too. So there's a good mix of questions, and then we'll get to know you a little bit too with some follow-up questions. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and test your knowledge.
Let's go.
All right, Hobo Days, which is the culmination of SDSU's homecoming week celebration, is synonymous with what two fictional characters? Is it A, Leary Lil and Wacky Will, B, Savvy Sal and Cranky Cal, C, Weary Will and Dirty Lil, or D, Weary Wes and Dirty Les?
C.
You got it, 100 points. Hobo Days, tell me about that. It seems like kind of a big deal in South Dakota State.
Yeah, it's like our homecoming week. It's actually on Saturday, so it's just a tradition of it's like hobo events throughout the week. Like I know on Tuesday, usually during the week, it's like bumble meal, so we like go out into the community and like they feed us. And like this year is definitely different because of COVID, but it's just different things that we do, and we're basically call ourselves hobos. So we dress up, and that's how much I know of Hobo Week, I guess.
Gotcha, but you knew the answers, so you've obviously heard of Weary Will and Dirty Lil. I tried to do some alliteration there with some of the other ones that throw you off, but couldn't do it. So you're off to a good start, 100 points right away. All right, next campus question. Which of these has never been the name of the school in Brookings?
Going with D.
So that was actually the first name of the school. So you do get another shot here. So if you miss the first time, you get 75 points for second correct answer. If you miss that time, you get one more shot at 50 points. But if you don't know it by then, there's only one answer left, and we don't give you any points. So you got a chance at 75 points here.
I'm going with B.
It is College of Dakota Territory. So the school was actually founded before the state of South Dakota was a state.
Okay.
But it was never the College of the Dakota Territory. So 75 points, you're off to a good start. 175 through 2 questions, not too shabby. All right, final campus-related question. The Coolidge Sylvan Theater is named in honor of a former A, U.S. president, B, astronaut, C, South Dakota governor, or D, theatrical mime.
Is this theater supposed to be on campus?
Yes.
Okay.
It's one of the 2 campus landmarks on the website. So the other one was the Campanile Tower or something like that.
Yeah, I understand the Campanile.
Okay, so maybe I should ask you a question about that, or maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I'm introducing you to the Coolidge Sylvan Theater. It's an outdoor theater, if that helps you with anything.
Okay. I'm going with astronaut.
It is not an astronaut.
Probably C.
Not a governor. So
Dang.
you're down to 50 points. A or D?
D. Dang, struck out there.
You did. So it was named after Calvin Coolidge, who I guess was on campus in 1917. And fun fact for you, he was the only sitting United States president to ever visit South Dakota State University. So
Cool.
you learned something new today.
I thought you were throwing me a curveball with the president. So I was like, nope, not choosing that one.
The theatrical mind was the curveball. But we got you. All right. Hey, 175 points through the campus questions is actually a pretty good score comparatively speaking to some of the other contestants. So you were off to a good start.
Sounds good.
All right. This is the one kind of related to your dairy science major. All right. Second, behind cows, this livestock animal produces the most milk in the world. Is it A, buffalo milk, B, sheep milk, C, goat milk, or D, reindeer milk?
Going with C. Then it's
C.
A.
You say A?
Yes.
Yep.
One of those two.
So 11% of the milk in the world is produced by buffaloes. Never knew it. Goats are at 2%. This is all according to Wikipedia, so hopefully Wikipedia is right. But yeah, I kind of clicked on some follow-up links and it looked pretty legit. So
makes sense. Buffaloes give quite a bit of milk, so
yeah,
compared to them.
See, good stuff. So you said you're passionate about dairy and you grew up on a dairy farm, obviously. So what's the end goal? Where do you want to go when you're done stuff? Is that back home or doing something different? What's the future look like for you?
What I want to do is, so I grew up on a small organic dairy farm, and I want to take my family's farm over and have a processing plant of frozen yogurt. So I kind of want to combine my two majors, like the production side and the manufacturing side, and have my own storefront and have people come to my farm and be able to see how the product is being made and how the animals that are coming from the product behind it.
Cool. That's kind of fascinating. How far is Kimball from Brookings?
It's 3 hours, so about 185 miles about.
Gotcha. So not far enough away where you can get home pretty quick, but it's not right next door either.
Yes, you have to plan to go home, but you also can go home if you really need to.
Right. Good deal. All right, 250 points. This is a U.S. geography question.
Okay.
Which of the United States has the largest land mass? Is it A, Rhode Island, B, Alaska, C, California, or D, Texas?
Going with California.
It's not California.
And it's Texas.
It's not Texas.
Largest landmass.
Biggest state.
Alaska.
Yeah, you got it. It's Alaska. It's really big up there. A lot more to it than people realize.
Yep.
It's not Rhode Island. Obviously, that's the smallest one. So I was eliminating one for you there. All right, 300 points halfway through. This is where Tyler was halfway through. So
oh boy,
you guys are right on the same pace. This is a Summit League history question. Which of these states has never had a full-time member in the Summit League? Is it A, Oklahoma, B, Missouri, C, Minnesota, or D, Colorado?
Minnesota.
You got it, 100 points. The fun fact about that is next year they will have a full-time Summit League member because St. Thomas is coming on board.
Yeah.
They will be the first school from Minnesota to be a part of our league. So
very cool.
Yeah. All right. So good job, 100 points on that one. So 400 now, and this one is a autobiography question about yourself, and it's true or false. So you get it 100 points if you get it right, 0 if you get it wrong. But you mentioned that your sister competed at South Dakota State in cross country. So
yes.
Your finishing time at last year's Summit League championship when you placed second and earned all Summit League honors would have beat your sister's winning time she posted in 2016.
False.
True, give yourself more credit. Your time actually would have beat her by like 3 seconds. I looked at it and I was like, that's a fun question. I'm gonna throw that one out there. You
Dang.
talked about your sister kind of being a reason that you ended up at South Dakota State, so that's got to obviously be a close relationship. When did like running in the family, like how did all that get started? Like what made you guys become runners?
Well, we used to play volleyball. We were pretty competitive in volleyball, and just I actually took her position like as on the like a varsity team, and she was just kind of sick of like all the drama and stuff, and she knew she was definitely a good athlete, and she just wanted to try cross country. So she tried it like her junior year, and then the following year I decided to join as a sophomore. So then all ever since then we just been running, and like my parents never ran or anything, so my sister really was the foot in the door for me to experience like the hard work or the passion we have for running.
Right.
So I give credit to my sister for like craving the path that I could follow. So
Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, it's kind of fun to not many student athletes get to be teammates with their siblings and keep that connection going through their college years. So something obviously to feel fortunate about. So cool little nugget there from you. Appreciate that. All
mhm.
right, we are gonna. So this next category is the Know Your Coach question. He was the 1985 Division II national champion in what race? Was it the 800 meters, B the 1500 meters, C the 3000 meters, or D the 3000 meter steeplechase?
I'm going with B.
Got it right. 1500 meters was his specialty. So let's talk Coach DeHaven. He's had a successful programs there, both on the men's and women's sides. What's your favorite part about his tutelage or being under his watch while you're there in Brookings?
I just know he is so knowledgeable, you know, like he wants the best for all his athletes, and he can like he knows what you need to do. Like even if you're 1800 or like 800 meter runner, 1500 meter, 5K, 10K, he knows like what you need to like have a strong base or what you need for your speed. So he's just very knowledgeable. So it's always good to talk to him and like get his input on like training and stuff. So I'm just appreciate like where he's been, and he like knows the struggles of like competition and pressure, and just like, but also he always wants us to make sure like we're having fun and like not get caught up in like all the success or like that stuff. He wants to have us in the future. He wants us to be successful in like our career too. So it's not just all focused on like running and that such. It's also focused on like you as a person. So very thankful.
Yeah, that's really you get both sides of the spectrum, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you want to be able to have fun while you're in college and not take it too serious, but you also want to know what it takes to compete at a high level and succeed too. So that's a good mix, and sounds like he's a good coach to run for sure. All
Mm-hmm.
right, you got that one right. So you're not going to be in his doghouse, which is good.
Okay.
All right, this question is about last year, and let's see what you remember about your own kind of achievements. During the 2020 indoor season, you recorded personal best in 3 events. Which of these is not one of those events? Was it the 3K, the 800 meters, the 5K, or the mile?
B.
Was 800 meters. I
I've
guess
never ran
impulsively.
800 meter.
Well, I told you someone would be a softball, so we were trying to
Appreciate it.
not make it too hard and give you a couple here. So you got that one. Which of those is your favorite race?
Um, last year I did enjoy the 3K like indoor because I actually felt like I could race it more so. So 3K was fun, but in overall I think I'm stronger in the 5K. Like I just don't have that foot speed necessarily to finish a good 3K. So 5K is probably in there. But I did have fun in the 3K. So 3K, 5K indoor were both good. Nothing shorter though. I'm good with 3K.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, with COVID, 2020 was really wild and crazy, and you guys weren't. You got the championship in, but after that, it was kind of
Yeah.
um, done for outdoor anyway, and obviously cross country got bonked this fall, so I know you're looking forward to whatever is next on the competition trail to getting back out there and competing. All right, you're at 600 points. Final question. Let's see if you can get this one right. This is history, Summit League history, South Dakota State history. SDSU captured the Summit League women's cross country title in 2008, which was just the program's blank year as a league member. Was it their first year, their 8th year, C, their 3rd year, or D, their 2nd year?
C.
Close, but it's not C.
D.
Got it. Second. 675 points. So it was their 2nd year. Actually, their 1st year, they were runner-up. They won it in 2008. And then I think, looking back at the history book, you guys have, on the women's side, had 4 runner-up finishes. So the next one, what's it going to take to get you guys back into the top spot on the podium?
I just know we have a lot of young girls right now. So we just need to basically like hunker down and just work together as a team, because I have belief that there's a lot coming for us next year. It's just that we have to believe in ourselves and work together. So just keeping ourselves accountable, like in the summer, hopefully we can get some good training in. So I'll be back in the fall because of COVID and all that stuff. So I'm excited to see it for my one last time and just do what we can, make the most of it. So just basically just have our team believe, because I know we have our bodies, we have our minds. So we just need to put it all together and just trust in what we can do as a team rather than as an individual.
That's a great answer. That's I appreciate that. Just working with student athletes and seeing how hard you guys work and what you put into things. And, we want everybody to succeed. We want everybody to do well and obviously have fun, kind of like you mentioned with Coach DeHaven pushing that. So speaking of fun, this has been a lot of fun. Hopefully, hopefully you had fun with it. It was great to get to know you. You got some pretty cool aspirations as far as, what you want to do in the future with your degree, which is always encouraging. When I was in college, I'll be honest, I wasn't too sure about what my future was going to look like. And now I'm hosting game shows 20 years later with kids in the summer league. So who would know? But hey, it was great to meet you, great to chat with you and learn more about you, and best of luck to you as you get back in those races and start competing again.
Thank you.